I'm doobie doober.
Segregated.
Cool.
Now we all sound racist.
Doesn't mean what it used to mean.
Feels weird doing this.
He's not indie.
If I'm not on the macaroon. Colossal.
And I will.
Headphones.
Give it up for
Podcaster, podcastee.
I'm ready to rock and roll.
I know Kung Fu. Welcome to the XYZ podcast. This is episode 48. I'm millennial producer Tony. Joining me, as always, are your hosts, Gen X Brian.
Hey, Happy New Year, everybody.
What? Oh, you cut out. Oh, it's what it do? Happy New Year. Yo, no, it froze on my screen. No, it literally did. It froze and Tony just looked at me. I'm like, oh, is it my turn?
No, you don't get to blame me on this one.
It was a rockin' start to it.
New Year, same old us, huh?
That's it. Uh-huh.
That's it.
Welcome to our third year of podcasting.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Did we learn anything? No.
No.
Not
Nope.
one
No.
bit.
No, but I have to say cheers, and my dry January has gone belly
Did we
up.
obliterate it?
Not really, but back what?
Huh? I was struggling
This is
through
a great
saying
start. Great start.
Back when lockdown happened, this is when they were canceling school. We sort of like made an asterisk. If school was canceled, if it's a weekday, you can, have some beverages. School was, closed. Things were closed this last Monday here because it snowed in the South. And so that right there, I said, okay, that follows the rules. There's an asterisk. So I had a drink
Yeah.
and now.
I love each year we get to January and it's just Brian's month is a marsh. It just, the longer it goes, it's just the wetter it is.
I did better when I just stopped drinking in October. Not that I have a problem, but this is solely to keep your dad's nickname up for me. That's it.
I was gonna say since the new year restarted, I'm going back to the gym finally. Eating clean. It's all fun and game until I end up in a hospital again. But knock on wood, right?
Yeah, you gotta start eating dirty. What does that even mean? I'm eating dirty. You're riding dirty, but you're eating
You good,
dirty.
Tony?
Yeah, wasn't being heard on stream, so we should be good now.
Oh.
I can see my levels moving. So
That's good.
Okay.
Our train wreck of an intro. We had a glitch. And we had
listen, we're
mispronunciations.
all getting one. Everybody has one.
That's
I think
it.
we're fine.
Yeah. It's a good way to start the year, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've had two best ofs come out. Hopefully everybody enjoys those. I'm going to start the show off with a little housekeeping here. Housekeeping? We have a lot of content now. So anybody joining in, and I'll usually mention it at the end of the show from here on out too. If you go to our YouTube channel and subscribe, the very top welcome back video is a compilation of our best subs. So instead of listening to every episode, which we would like you to do, if you want a quick catch up, it's there for you. So you can just catch up in 3 hours instead of 50 hours.
Following all these storylines and arcs that have happened over the last 47
That's it. Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah, but
40.
they're not gonna know who Steve is now.
That's true. That's true.
why you got to go back and listen to each episode if you want all the inside jokes. You got to put in the work.
That's it.
Everybody had a good break.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. This is going to come out mid-January, and I'm wishing everybody Happy New Year. But it is the new year for us. The first time we're recording in 2025.
That's right. When I say, oh yeah, remember last year? In my head, it's still 2023.
15 years ago is still 1990 something.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
See?
it happens.
15 years ago would have been mid 2000s, right? Actually, I don't know.
This guy's
math.
not very good at math. Weren't you
Oh,
a
the
math
mid
tutor?
10s.
No, it would
Yes,
just
I
be
was.
2010. 15 years.
All right, yeah, there we go.
Oh, my
I was in
goodness.
5th grade and I was getting ready to go to the U.S.
Was graduating college. Brian?
In 2000, when?
10?
10?
Brian's memory's going.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Brian
not.
goes, I was a dad.
Yes, no,
yeah.
that's exactly it. Yeah. I was two small children at that point. So there is just people from the 70s, that took a lot of drugs. I having kids is like that. It's it's hazy. There were things that happened. I don't remember exactly when, but yeah, that's what I was doing then.
Almost like the worst drugs you can take because it's not like it gets you high. You're just tired all the time.
Sleep deprivation, man. It is it is a bizarre thing. I don't wish it upon anyone.
That's so funny to put into perspective.
Should we talk talk about the impending doom on the American culture that is the TikTok ban.
Yeah.
I think I'm looking forward to it. Like Winston's gonna get his PhD. He's gonna have all this time back.
That's right. Yep. Next time you guys see me, I will be a lawyer. I will not be doing this show anymore. I'll tell you that.
Yes. Winston Doobie Esquire. That's his name.
Exactly.
Well, we know Brian's not on TikTok anyways. Winston, have you migrated or found a new app yet?
Obviously, there are two options that are out there. So there's Lemonade, right, with the 8.
Lemonade, which is owned by ByteDance that owns TikTok. So from what I hear, is also getting banned.
You're right.
I gave dubious information to people at one point in time because I got bad information. So apparently it's getting banned and turned off too. So don't bother with that.
The other option out there is Xiaohongshu, which is the Chinese app Red Note, or that's what it's translated into. Apparently, super cool app. Not for me though. I'm not getting on there.
Is it like the red book that activates the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, it's pretty much is
okay.
at this point. No, no, I'll get to that at a point. But it's so the way Xiaohongshu is set up is it's supposed to be sort of like a Pinterest mixed with Instagram mixed with TikTok all in one. So it has a really good algorithm. And then I know a lot of people, and some of my friends who are Chinese were on that app, and that's how they use it to like discover fashions and like food and places to go and stuff like that, which I think is super neat. It's like you can go on there, you can type in the name of your city, and it's just going to be a bunch of other Chinese people recommending you where to go. And if there was ever somebody to trust about food, I would trust a Chinese person about food.
Right. So it's not going to have the just endless supply of nonsense that keeps people. I mean, that's the whole thing.
No, it would.
But
it would. But it just depends on the algorithm. Depends on what you like and what you interact with. So that's what they're going to feed you.
But it's like starting fresh. So Brian, if there was ever a time to jump in, it's now.
Yeah.
Because everybody has to start fresh.
So the funny part about that is like people were like, oh, the government's banning TikTok because it's affiliated with China. Well, what if we go to Xiaohongshu, which is just a Chinese app that's not even in the US?
I did see that that's already being looked at.
I do appreciate the giant middle finger the country has.
I do.
On that. We just went, oh, you think that China might be taking your info? Let's go to an app where we know they're taking our info. And so really take you
like,
off.
Yeah, they're like, we're just gonna give it away because it's just like it is what it is. Yeah. Personally,
instead of taking our toy away, we're going to break it in spite of you.
That's it. Yeah. I think the app is cool. I just don't know if I want to be on the app.
How is it different from TikTok?
It's not that much difference from what I think it's more in line more with Instagram than it is with TikTok.
Then why wouldn't people just already lean into Instagram since they have
it? Because it goes back to that whole giant FU to the government of it's like, oh, you want to like take away this app because it's Chinese owned? Like we're going to go to a real Chinese owned company.
That Instagram doesn't have the same level of algorithm that these other apps have.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram is owned by Meta, which is owned by Zuckerberg, who is part of the reason that this is happening.
Yeah.
Him and Musk, I think, have lobbied so hard
against TikTok,
and thrown so much money at the government to get this ban through so that they can make money off of our data, that people are like, absolutely not. Like people are going, you take Facebook, we're going here, or you take TikTok, we're going to this Chinese app and we're deleting Instagram and Facebook. Like we're not playing ball with you at all anymore.
Let's see. I mean, so the fact that Facebook it's still, I mean, people got to log on and play Candy Crush still.
So my thing, see, that's an old person reference because nobody go on there to play Candy Crush. No, but what I was gonna say was, I was willing to download Xiaohongshu just to test it out and see what it's about. But apparently some guy on Twitter, and I don't know how reliable this is, some guy on Twitter actually broke out the source code for the app, and there's like 7 backdoor code lines into your phone. And I'm just like, that's cool, guys. You guys go on ahead. I don't know if I want the Chinese.
How much you want to spite the government?
I haven't downloaded it yet. Now, I have heard news on TikTok that the company that owns Red Note is looking at separating their servers. So any foreign IP are on separate servers from Chinese IP addresses.
Right.
maybe to make sure that they can say, okay, all these foreign ones we can go mess with,
Yeah.
but also that they don't want a discourse between the two countries.
and
So
I
they're
think
trying
that's
to keep the
right.
Chinese
Yeah.
under their thumb easier by keeping them
That's it. So
segregated.
Right.
So to speak.
There we go.
So like for example, Brian, and I'll tell you this, the funniest thing about this is like what do you get when you give a bunch of, like freedom rights like Americans to go into an app that's owned by communist China, so the first thing they're gonna search is Tiananmen Square. That's immediately the first thing these people are searching, and like obviously nothing comes up, and then it becomes this big discourse about like Chinese people trying to like tell them like, oh, like that nothing happened and stuff like that, and it's just like. And it's so funny to see how easy it is for Gen Z to fall for propaganda. They're like, oh, we're not going to fall for American propaganda against China. But if you put a Chinese person on a vertical screen where every word they say is bouncing at 1 second at a time, I'm sold. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That is why a perfect example of why TikTok was dangerous, the misinformation. I've heard it a couple of times of people going, what was it? It was Helen Keller's not real. Helen Keller didn't really exist. Did you see that making the rounds?
That's it. If there's one conspiracy theory, I am full hog in. But listen, this is before TikTok. I've been saying this for years.
You don't think Helen Keller was real?
Absolutely not. If
Why not?
In modern day with technology, you take somebody who is deaf and blind, and mute. Helen Keller was all of those things.
Man, it's like, damn, man, pick a struggle.
You just go, oh yeah, she eventually just learned to speak English coherently and fluidly. You go, no, she didn't.
There's no way.
No, she didn't. It's a fairy tale. She may have existed. She didn't do any of the things that are written about her. There's not a chance.
Chad, how we feel about Helen Keller, Chad?
Chad is saying that Meta already announced that they're putting thousands of AI accounts onto these other platforms just to gum up the works.
Can I get a Helen Keller AI?
I was just gonna say it didn't say much.
Listen, I don't care how many times you slam her hand into water. She's never going to go water. It's not gonna happen.
Who said that? Who said that happened?
That was from the movie, man. I've never seen the movie.
That's a whole play. The Miracle Worker is about her learning sign language and learning water.
On, Brian.
It didn't happen. Hold on. Dave said Helen Keller AI is more real than she was. At least you could teach the AI.
No, that's right.
You could teach the AI.
You could.
Man,
so
the internet can come at me for this. I don't care. I'm standing my ground on Helen Keller.
So wait, Tony, did you ever watch the old like Miracle Worker movie? That was like the black and white one when you were like younger in school.
I don't know if I've seen them. I'm sure I've seen bits of the movie. I've seen the play.
I had to watch the movie.
Go down this road.
Yeah, I had to watch the movie, and I thought it was bullshit too. But like all of my friends were like, "No, she was a real person." I was like, I guess
it's a great feel good movie, but it's so unbelievable. You just go, show me another case of that happening.
Yeah, that's true.
Even to half the extent. And it's just like, oh no, she wrote books and stuff. I went, no, she didn't write books. She was
the original scammer, man. She was the original scammer.
I don't listen. And it was at a time where you could just do that. You could just
say anything.
Yeah. And it's just like, okay, she's a blind lady, and maybe she had other slight disabilities, but not to the extent that it seems that she said she did.
Well, I think Helen Keller was a real woman who just got a lobotomy, and
we're getting far from my point. My point was the fact that they put some of this shit on TikTok, and suddenly everybody's like, "Wait a second!" And whether or not she was as miraculous as purported, fine, but she was a real person. But you have people now thinking she was totally fake because of stuff that was put on TikTok. That was my whole point.
No, she is fake. She's sort of like Amelia Earhart, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there was no proof. Where's her body? Where's the plane?
Yeah, Ronald Reagan, he was made up too. He was a robot.
1000%. The war on drugs? That wasn't a real thing.
Well, they didn't win. The drugs won. We did not win the war on drugs. The drugs won that war, but
shout out drugs, shout out Vietnam. The two war the US could not win. This episode is gonna get banned in the US. Oh
Oh
god.
boy. Put it on
The
red
next
note. It's
the next episode we're
Yeah,
gonna
there you
live
go.
stream on Xiaohongshu instead,
There you
you know? Fun.
Why are you keep using the Chinese name?
I don't know. It's like referring to somebody by their legal name. It's
Okay.
like
the switch to the platform has become a meme.
yeah.
It's everybody, like, I'm seeing so many Duolingo ads going,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
now you want to learn Mandarin?
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
It's hilarious.
dang.
It's, my favorite thing was there's this one girl, she's sort of like a famous streamer on Twitch here, and she posted a photo of herself, and I guess she's rather large and down up here or whatnot, but like immediately you open the comments and it's just a bunch of Chinese people thirsting over her. And the tweet that I saw was like, someone says, I think I realized that it doesn't matter how much they train, if you just send one baddies out to the field, we would win any war ever.
There you
I'm
go.
like, I think that's
There you
it.
go, man. Years of repression. Here's the thing. Hang on, before we can move off this, because I didn't mean to.
Oh,
send
I have
us down
another
to
question on it, but go ahead.
Oh, Helen Keller Holt. But no, I was just gonna say Blue Sky. Everybody was migrating from X Twitter to Blue
yeah.
Sky. That didn't really happen. I imagine there's people
no.
on there, but it didn't happen. So
Listen, man, I got burned once by going to Threads, and now I can't even delete my Threads account. I'm never doing that again.
yeah.
I don't care how bad Mus is. I'm gonna stay on here. How else am I gonna get my K-pop, fan cam or whatever?
Yeah.
So
What was your question, Tony?
TikTok's going away. Have either of you decided that? And again, I don't know if this applies to Brian, but more to Winston. Have you decided what you're going to do with your new free time?
I'm gonna be on here more. I'm gonna be streaming more.
Okay.
Man, hold on. Let's see how many hours of my day do I get back now that TikTok's about to be banned.
Oh boy.
We've had this conversation
wow.
before, but I feel like it's good to.
While you
circle
look
back.
that up, I'm going to ask Brian the opposite question then. Brian, you skipped TikTok entirely.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're just going to wait and see what the new platform is and maybe jump onto that?
No, because
No, you're too old. Doesn't matter anymore.
It's not that. It's just there's stuff I'll see when I'm scrolling Instagram. I've probably got 100 saved things of things that I couldn't watch at the time that I was going to watch later. So
won't.
like all of it. No, I have. Sometimes I'll go back and sit like and look at stuff, but I just don't. That doesn't appeal to me. The scrolling, watching content. When my daughter comes
Doom
home,
scrolling?
It's
The
not even
doom
doom
scroll?
scrolling. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, my daughter shows me a lot of funny things, and hers is a lot of animal-based stuff. And yeah, there's some stuff that's hilarious, but it just doesn't appeal to me.
I think I'm just going to
scrolling.
miss that. It is the algorithm.
Yeah,
Where
it does
it's
have really good algorithm compared
So
to like,
nice. It's just like people are going, oh, we're going to Blue Sky, we're going to Red Note, we're going to YouTube. And it's just like, look, I found a lot of good stuff on YouTube, but I had to find it.
Yeah.
It was so nice to just like, okay, I watched this video and it fed me other similar things. And I could decide if I wanted to keep watching stuff like that or swipe
Yeah.
past, and it showed me less.
Yeah,
That's my
like
whole point, man.
for example, like
slowly feeding you things.
But for example, though, Brian, like there was this one account that I found the other day, and I immediately sent it to Tony, and now I'm assuming it's already like flooding his page. But it was an account called History Mail, where it was imitating the Daily Mail magazine. I guess, are they a magazine or a newspaper?
Daily Mail's a newspaper in England, yeah.
Yeah, so they were imitating the Daily Mail newspaper, because the way Daily Mail has shifted into this digital landscape is they always do like a floating image and then it's the title, whatever's going on. So some guy had taken that format and then changed it to like images and events that happened way in the past. So for example, like the ban of TikTok is the ban of Catholicism. And so like it's actual historical stuff that you can actually learn through this, but it's hilarious. So
Written
like
in
the
the
war
style of Daily Mail. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the war that's going on, over in the Middle East between Palestine and Israel, for his thing, it was the Trojan horse and the what's it called? Who is it? Is it the Spartan and and Greeks, right? Yeah. And so like I thought that was hilarious, and I sent that to Tony, and I'm sure it already flooded his page.
There was celebrity news about King Henry VIII divorcing and killing another one of his wives. Like it's pretty funny.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
But yeah, it's stuff like that I'll miss. Is like you get this very niche account, and it's stuff you actually enjoy, and now it's gone.
So what's your time? What's your time that you're going to be saving?
So I'm gonna save myself about 3 hours and 10 minutes a week based off of last
A week? I thought you were going to say a day.
Oh no,
Okay.
3 hour and 10 minute a day, 22 hour and 15 minutes a week off of.
Oh my
TikTok.
gosh, man.
Yeah.
That's 2
It's-
days.
Yeah, it's my second most used app. My first most used is
Calculator.
No, Twitter. Calculator is hilarious. X. I have 25 hours on it.
Really?
Jeez, oh man.
Yeah. So wait, why
So
did you
you
say
guys-
2 days for 22 hours? That's like barely a day.
Well, I mean, I mean,
let him
like,
answer.
no, yeah, well, he's
Yeah.
sleeping. I meant like
Oh,
two,
okay,
okay.
two
Yeah, yeah.
days of awake time.
Two
You're not-
functioning day. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I meant. Yeah.
So
know,
what
yeah.
are you
I
going
know
to take
how
up a
time
new
works.
hobby with your
No, it's
2 days
this.
worth of time?
This is
Oh,
gonna be
that's-
my new hobby. I'm gonna be streaming for 3 hours
more?
a day. Yeah, that's it. The chat will be my TikTok. I'm gonna be like, say something,
Okay.
chat. Yeah, that'll be cool.
Well, then you're gonna miss all the, I mean, it is funny because, I do hear about things from you guys that are like,
Yeah.
viral sensations or whatever. but-
Yeah,
It was good for keeping up with news and stuff, man. It was
it
good.
is. And I mean, to be fair, TikTok was sort of the drive behind how this thing even became, our podcast even came to be, because it was stuff that I would see on TikTok. And I would ask Brian, like, hey, what was this about? Or like, it's stuff that his daughters would say, and he would go, hey, what's this about?
That's
So
true.
yeah, so it is weird that that's gonna go away. So it's the way we perceive or consume information is gonna be very different.
I'm gonna have not a damn thing to say to you from here on out, man.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Brian's like, I don't have anything to ask.
yeah, this guy.
Yeah,
I
literally.
Do we have any predictions on
The
if
next
it'll
app?
come back, or what does the future hold for a similar?
I don't know.
We sort of
It's-
went with Instagram, we went with Twitter, we had Reddit.
Yeah.
Are we going? Do you think the future is going to be a new platform? Is it going to be a different
I
take
do
on
think
TikTok?
I do think it'll be another platform, but I don't think it'll be anytime close. Because the way I see it is sort of like when Vine got bought out and just dies. We literally just carry on with our life until Instagram started putting videos up and everyone would start looking at, videos on Instagram, until TikTok came along, like, I don't know, 6 years later, 7 years later, or something like that.
Vine was
suspect-
hilarious.
Do we suspect
Yeah.
that it's going to be an evolution of another app? Because look, if you look at TikTok, it was a bunch of underage kids dancing
Well,
inappropriately, and
that
then
was Musically before it became TikTok. Yeah.
right. So Musically evolved into TikTok. It was the
Mm.
same app, and then it
Right.
became what it did. Did
He
I
was
see.
the-
I see what you mean.
The weird thing is, like, there's already the technology and the platforms are already out there. You could
Yeah.
migrate to one and do the same thing, but people
not
are
without this algorithm.
Right.
That's the whole argument in Congress right now. Is that's what's
they've
missing.
they've perfected it, or they've
well, it's a proprietary algorithm that has been going for so long with such a huge user base. It is kind of perfected.
right, but
So
Who's
other
to
things
say you
do
can't
similar
come up
stuff,
with
but
that?
not
I
as
mean,
well.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
you can, Brian, but it would take years of usage to get it to where the point of TikTok is today.
So
And
you're
now that
saying the
TikTok's gone,
algorithms-
there's not everybody's going to disperse.
Yeah.
We're not saying, oh, that whole fan base is moving to this app for sure
Right.
and going to
Mhm.
use it as regularly and in
central
the
hub
same
for it,
way
yeah.
that it was being used in the past.
Yeah.
right. I don't know. Then, yeah, I mean, I imagine it'll be something new because people aren't gonna,
I don't know. I might just dig my way back to Reddit like I always do. Oh,
Oh,
reliable.
I thought we're going to go back to dig.com? Pre-Reddit?
What's dig.com? What's that?
I thought that's
was
what you were
pretty-
making a joke of.
I've never heard of dig.com. What is that?
Have we not talked about it on here
we
before?
did. We mentioned
Really?
dig.com. Yeah. Was it pre-Reddit or
digg.com.
yeah? It was.
I was in high school or early college is when I was using that, and it was just it was before Reddit. It's the same thing.
It was just sort of like Reddit, right?
a little more user friendly. There was no subs that you could
Yeah.
go to. It was just the homepage,
Right.
and if you saw stuff, you upvoted or downvoted it, and that changed the homepage all day long.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, are they around now? Would be a good time to.
No, because when Reddit came around and eventually got to a better
Yeah.
user interface and didn't
Yeah.
look so archaic, the fact that you could go join groups of specific things that you like and only
Mm.
see the things that you subscribed to,
Right.
that was just a better
I think Reddit's
experience.
Reddit's gonna be Reddit. It's
Yeah.
not trying to be anything else. I think it'll always be there.
It's a different toxic corner of the
Yeah.
internet in
It's
some
not all
aspects.
toxic.
It's not all toxic if you can ignore some of the stuff, but it's like if you go to general things on there, it's just as bad as the general fan or user base of Twitter or the
Yeah.
general user base of 4chan. It's just as
Yeah.
bad in different ways.
It's all
Yeah.
bottom feeders, man. It's
Yeah.
actually terrible.
So I shouldn't go our Proud Boys. Is that what you're telling me that?
Our
You do
Proud
you.
Boys is crazy. I don't even think that's around anymore. But no, I was gonna say, have you guys? I don't think any of y'all experienced it yet, but today I had somebody send me a link to a video from Xiaohongshu, like the Red Note app, and it's just like it's hilarious. I want to show it to you guys. I don't know if it will come up properly, but it's just all Chinese.
An app from China. It's all Chinese. Can you?
Look at that?
All right.
It's all in Chinese. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I immediately texted back. I said, I am not opening that.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine. I'm like, I'm in the car. I get a text. I looked up and it's just full Chinese text.
Report as spam.
No, literally. Yeah. But yeah, I just think it's funny. I just think it's sort of like I don't want like a backline, a backdoor code that's gonna turn me into like a communist China Winter Soldier.
Are there TikTok threads going on about this backdoor of?
No, I saw that on Twitter. I think that's the difference, right? Is people on Twitter, believe it or not, I do think is less brain dead, which is crazy to say.
Well, that's why I'd go to Reddit. Like Reddit,
I would go back. Hold on. I would say they're equally brain dead, but in different like areas.
Different ways.
Yeah. But I don't know. I haven't checked up on that since then. But I'm like, I don't know how much I really want to dive myself into that app. I just think it is hilarious that a lot of like Gen Z are finding out that like Chinese people aren't very like open-minded. And instead it's like super conservative.
They're getting their minds blown, huh?
Yeah, it's hilarious, man. Some Chinese lady went on Twitter. It was like, stop bringing all that gay shit on you or something like that. But it was like, it really like they were upset by it because it was
like an entire country has been homeschooled.
Yeah.
Is what it is. They've been forced to not interact with the
anybody.
world, and then they go out and they have to interact with other humans. They're just like, I don't like any of this. I don't know how to perform now.
And they're like, guys, you guys gotta like, can you guys stop sending this? Can you guys stop putting this up and stuff? And I just think it's so funny,
you don't have to like it, but you do have to learn to deal with it.
Exactly.
You know?
You know what? Wait until the OnlyFans models start doing their advertisement on Xiaohongshu, and that's when China will really shut it down. It's like unregulated government. It's not government mandated porn, but it's just, I don't know. Anyway, I just thought that Xiaohongshu it sounds like it's a good app. If somebody in chat want to try it out, by all means.
I was gonna say, but you're not doing it, huh? You're like,
I'm not doing
that's okay.
I would rather download Talking Angela before I download.
I was gonna say, me and Winston readily downloaded that to let them watch us, but. Oh yeah,
you gotta draw the line.
Maybe not.
Here's the thing: I'm Vietnamese. There's already enough beef between our two countries. I don't want them to know what I got going on in my personal life. It's weird. I do think we have spent a lot of time talking about this app.
Yeah, we can.
Let's get out of here before like TikTok.
So you're not doing it though. Okay, so we will have no in-house testing.
No, well, you know what? Maybe when like
get yourself a burner phone.
That's it, right? I gotta get a flip phone that I can download it on.
I did have a note that I wanted to talk about. While over the break, I went on vacation to Texas to visit some family.
Did not see the black-eyed children.
I didn't see any black-eyed children. Oh, I wish I did. We did talk about it, but did get to see the new nephew.
Yeah. Your uncle now. Unc status.
Actual unc.
Yeah.
We were out to eat one day and there was TVs playing in this restaurant, and we had talked before about weird cable channels, and we talked about the surgery channel and the horse racing station.
Mm-hmm.
There was a cowboy station
in
Texas,
way.
and it's
in Texas, of course.
It's of course, but it's just 24-hour cowboy rodeo station. And I went, I gotta write this down because I gotta talk about it.
Like actual rodeos, not like
I looked up once and they were riding horses between barrels, and then I was eating, and then I looked up again and they were lassoing like calves.
Yeah, that's
like
a
they get them on a lasso, they jump off the horse, hog tie them, and I was watching this, I'm going, that cow's so confused.
Yeah.
That cow she's just like, you put me in here and what happened?
Yeah. Got paid to do that too. Yeah.
Crazy channel. Crazy. And my note just says all rodeo all the time.
Where was this?
We were in a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh,
in
that's
the
even
middle
funnier.
of Texas, and yeah, it's so there was football on some screens, there was basketball on some others, and then
And
there
there's
was
rodeo.
just rodeo.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Do you
awesome.
think there's like do you think that like it's like a sport thing where they're like I
It
don't know, like-
is. I imagine.
it is a
there's
sport. Now, my question
like bull
was,
riding, right?
yeah.
Well, yeah,
They
they
have
had
the tour,
they had
the PBR tour.
Bronco busting on there. I mean,
Yeah, the
it was-
professional bull riders.
My question was, is it on just because it's stereotypical? And it's like, oh, you're in Texas, you expect this?
Yeah.
Or is it just like, oh, Joe and his buddies come in every Wednesday and they sit here for 2 hours and watch the rodeo?
I bet you there's a
Like,
there's,
is it
there's a
requested or is it
demographic-
just
No.
there by default?
Here's my
'cause it's
question:
Texas?
who's the Michael Jordan of rodeo?
There you go.
I need to find
Ooh.
out that information
Yeah.
right
I'll
now.
find. Okay,
Cletus
I'll look it
Haystack.
up.
Cletus Haystack.
Cletus Haystack. But like, I think that's like our equivalent of that is like seeing NASCAR. No, like I feel like Georgia. I don't know, maybe Georgia, Alabama.
Oh boy, these names. I just got an article that says 13 legendary heroes of the rodeo.
Oh, nice.
There you
we
go.
have
This is Brian. This is gonna be Tony's new big obsession. It's just
This
rodeo.
is hold on. We
It's
always
gonna
have
ju-
we always have different names on stream. I'm about to be using these names.
Oh,
I
that's amazing.
almost don't want to read them.
So hold on.
You
So,
have to,
Brian,
you have to.
you know how Tony got real obsessed with like wrestling and stuff. It's gonna be like a Woody and Buzz situation. It's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, and just get real into rodeo.
Yeah. The
Screw
TikTok's gone.
wrestling.
I'm a rodeo guy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. All right, so let's
we
mark
got-
some of these names.
We got names like Charles Sampson,
Okay,
Casey Tibbs,
That's Casey.
Bill Pickett.
Bill Pickett.
Here's my favorite: Jim Shoulders, Jesse Stahl, Murtis Deitman,
Murder Dykeman is crazy.
Murtis, Tough Hedeman, Lane Frost. These are great names.
Yeah.
They're, oh boy.
Lane Frost.
Lane
Honorable,
Frost, he sounds cool. He sounds like a
Arno-
race car driver.
honorable mention. Brickashaw Ferguson.
Yeah, Murtis Deitman might be the
yeah,
best.
man, that's fire.
Who's Tony D'Angelo, by the way?
Oh, he's the Dawn of NXT.
The what?
He's the Dawn of NXT.
Oh, I heard the Donovan NXT. I was like, who's
No.
Donovan?
You're saying words.
The Dawn of NXT, Brian. It's a
What is
wrestling thing.
NXT?
NXT
Oh.
is a Tuesday night wrestling show.
Oh, okay.
He's a
Okay.
mafia Don.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony
Come on, Brian.
D'Angelo. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's a
Yeah.
See, now you
he's
need-
the head, he's the head of the family.
Yeah.
That's the name of his group.
The
is
D'Angelo family?
The D'Angelo family. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. They own a
Right.
restaurant as a side business, as a front,
D'Angelo's.
and they wrestle for
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
D-Lo, as they call
All
him.
right. All right.
So, Brian,
he
what you
turned in
need
that
to do-
token fully. Sorry, just by
What you need to do, Brian, is you need to find like a thing to be obsessed with now. Like,
I agree.
Well, I think maybe I'll get into the Real Housewives franchises. What do you think?
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be real cool. I'll tell you
Get
what,
in,
man.
yeah, dive deep into some sort of reality TV.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I've started to like open up a lot more when it comes to reality TV, and this is off of one day. I haven't really watched. Okay, I've never been a fan of reality TV. I never care about the Kardashian. Never care about none of that rich stuff.
I don't know why anybody does.
But I will tell you, like my roommates love watching like Love Island for some reason.
That's what I was going to mention. Yeah.
They love Love Island. I didn't care that much for Love Island, so I would sit and watch it with them sometime. But it's the drama. It's fun. It's cool. But other than that, like the only other like reality TV show I've seen was Down for Love. Have you guys heard of this?
No, but I can already guess what it is.
I really
Ryan?
hope this is not going where I think it's going.
It is. It is.
It is. It's a show where they try to set up people with Down syndrome to go on dates and stuff.
What channel?
Real cinema,
let
man.
me
Real
guess.
cinema. It's
TLC.
great.
TLC? Is it
No,
on
it's
TLC?
Netflix, man. It's Netflix.
Oh,
It's
that's-
Netflix, and
Oh,
it's real. A lot of these kids are real cool. The
I'm
funniest-
sure they are.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Oh,
The
Exploitive.
The producer
Yes.
of that show, however, are dickheads, clearly. So they'll get this girl who has Down syndrome, and she is like an activist, she's an actress, she's a speaker, all this stuff. And she goes, all right, and you're gonna go on this date with this 28-year-old who looked at his brother kissing his brother's girlfriend all the time, whose obsession is Legos and video games. It's like, you couldn't find anybody else around the same caliber? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
So you guys are watching that show.
We watched 2 episodes, which I thought was really decent.
Here's
but
the producers. All right, and you can't say midgets anymore, but here's the producers.
But Brian did.
Here's the producers. All right, so we got like reality shows with midgets. What else can we do?
Yeah.
And then somebody in the room piped up and said, "Down for love."
Yo, you down for love?
Isn't that what it's called? What'd you say it's called?
Yes, it is called Down for Love.
Yeah.
Which I think is hilarious. No, the real question is, did the name come before or after they got the idea for the show?
After.
I just
After, for
reenacted
sure.
what happened. They were sitting
Yeah,
in there. No, they were sitting in there. All right. We got little people in love. What do we got next? How can we one up ourselves?
Yeah, literally.
Oh, that's I'm
But it is
that
it
I
is
find offensive.
it is, but
Only
it's
because I
also
feel
very
like they're being
cute.
Okay, I mean,
It's-
but I
it's
feel like they're
very
being
cute.
exploited.
They are. They are 1000%. Their parents are setting them up to, get a fat paycheck out of it. But it's just like, they're the way the parents see is I assume it's like, and maybe he'll find a girlfriend while we also get this $60,000 check cut by Netflix.
Is that how much they pay?
I don't know. You get probably residuals or something.
See,
But
why do you think I'm watching wrestling though? It's reality TV,
And
man.
that's
I'm there for the
yeah.
stories.
well, it's not reality TV. It's scripted. It's like it's acting out.
but it is, but it's not though. Like it's like it's scripted, but I still think it's reality because it's not.
Yeah, they're really wrestling, but they're the
Right.
whole storylines of. I mean, it's determined who's gonna win and who's not
Yeah.
gonna win, right? Yeah. So
Yeah, you don't think like Big Brother is partially scripted?
yes, but I feel like wrestling is more scripted.
I think.
I think it's towing the line of reality TV.
Okay, but it's
Well, wrestling falls into a weird spot because it sort of is not a sport, but it's also not really a reality TV. It's
and
weird.
it's also not really a soap opera. It's kind
Right.
of all.
It's a little bit of
those.
everything. Yeah.
It's
I don't
got
know.
everything. That's why it's so appealing.
That's
Well,
it,
see,
man.
to me, when
Sports
I was
entertainment.
Though I was gonna say those dudes are athletes for sure, man.
Oh, it
Oh
is.
my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, grow as a child, watching wrestling is probably the greatest thing you can do. And I would be willing to expose my future child to watching wrestling off the fact that you don't know shit. You think all of this is real, which is amazing.
I grew up watching the Hulkamaniacs. Like Hulk Hogan.
Did you know he's a racist now or what?
Is he?
Dude,
Apparently.
he just showed up 2 weeks ago on the premiere of Monday Night Raw on Netflix and got booed, not by the nation, no, because it aired live across the world. And I bet you the whole world booed that man.
Yeah.
Why does everybody hate Hulk Hogan?
He's racist.
I didn't
Because
get the
he's a self-proclaimed racist.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
stopped wrestlers from unionizing, basically went and tattled to Vince McMahon on them. He's just
Well.
he's just a piece of trash human being now.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's too bad. Terry, whatever his name is, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need a last name.
Yeah. I always like Ric Flair more, so it's all good there.
Lil H.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, Hulk Hogan. I don't know. Never
Dang it!
watched
This
that
is
stuff.
two wrestling detours.
Yeah.
Tony's like, haha,
I
got
gotcha.
Yeah. So
Um,
so now
channeling the Macho Man.
You said about letting your kid be exposed. Me and my brother just had a conversation about this, and it's funny enough. As I was leaving work today, I had the same conversation of me and my brother said it's a good thing we didn't watch this growing up because one of us would be dead or paralyzed.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like we absolutely would have done something and hurt the other one.
Oh, launching all. Yes, you'd put couch cushions in the middle of the living room and then climb up on the thing of the the edge of the
just jump
couch
in.
and like
Yeah.
pretend like it was the top rope. That, and I believe I've talked about Karate Kid. We'd watch Karate Kid kick the shit out of each other. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
was just
yeah.
yeah.
My brother always goes, They hung Big Boss Man from the Raptors. They hung Big Boss Man. He goes, somebody would have died. It would have been bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with him because as a kid, you're like, I can do all this.
Oh yeah.
Literally, because me and my cousin would do the same thing too. We would jump from the table onto the bed and everything, and it's bad. But there's something real about watching it. To me, like as a kid, when you're watching wrestling and you hear the freaking bell ding, and then the Undertaker shows up, it was the coolest thing you could ever imagine.
So wait, are you currently watching wrestling?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, not at this moment, but yes.
I think we all know Tony is.
Yeah. No.
I went back to start watching stuff from 1995 now.
Oh my gosh, that's like having 20 seasons to catch up on. That's
this goes back to my question of what are you doing with all your free time? This is it.
So the history of wrestling.
Let me go back. So I was talking about watching reality TV, and like I started watching this show yesterday with my girlfriend. It's called Single Inferno. It's on Netflix, and it's a dating show. It's like kind of like a Love Island thing, but they're all Koreans. So it's like you're getting like these supermodel, like K-pop idol looking people. And it's like if you watch Love Island, there's a lot of sex and stuff going on. This is just very pure, no sex, and it's just a lot of sexual tension the whole time, which create for good TV. And
I was just saying, they should just rename it Blue Balls.
Blue Balls. But yeah, no, I thought that's why I was like, I kind of have an appetite for it now, and I'm like, I'm willing to kind of sit down and watch that some more. But yeah.
I'm going to catch up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. There's one of them opened a hair salon about a half mile from my house.
Yeah.
One of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yeah.
Are you going to report back?
I'm really not going to actually.
You got to get the wash and shave.
I was wondering when someone's going to call me on it because Brian has no hair.
Yes.
And nobody said anything. We just went, no, I guess I don't think I'll go.
No, what can you do with this? I'm looking for a new look. What can you
just
do?
Go in and ask for a perm.
You took the hat
just
off.
Go in and ask for a perm and see what they do. Go listen. I'm willing to pay what I know. This is a fancy salon. I'm willing to pay whatever it is, but I would like a perm.
Right. Please work with this.
Get a mullet going? Can you point me in the direction of
They're
a mullet?
They're gonna shave your beard off and then slap it onto your head, Brian. Or they have a Turkish in-home like barber that they can do, transplant for you.
Why is he gotta be Turkish?
Next time I get my hair cut, I'll donate it into a wig for you, Brian.
Locks of love. Thank you. Locks of love.
That's hilarious. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you, Brian. My family has bald genetics, right? I think I'm fucked if I start balding because I don't like, unlike you, I don't think I can rock like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Shave it off, see what happens.
But to be fair, that's how you figured it out, right? Where you're like, fuck it, and that's how you got. Yeah, I don't know. My brother did it. It works for him, but
your hair grows fast. You would like if it was bad, you'd only have to put up with it for like.
Okay, so I'm 25 years old right now. When you were 25, did your hair start falling out yet or no?
So it was cut shorter by then. By 25, it was starting to get. No, just the easing back and then a little bit up here started, kind of thinner. Yeah.
So you started receding at 25 and then how long until it started falling is, I guess, the real question. I'm not trying to probe on your hair history here, but I'm concerned for my own health.
I know. Here's the thing. When I shaved it, it wasn't because of that. I just shaved it to shave it because I was
didn't you say you went to a barber and they're like, have you ever considered doing it?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's probably when it was thinning. And so, but that wasn't what caused me to do it. It was just like, let me just shave my head, see what happens. And then I've mentioned that when I tried to grow it back, it was much thinner than it was. So it was like, okay, well, I guess I'm committed to this by now, which is fine. I love it. I don't have to think about what my hair looks like whenever I walk out the door.
Oh man, it's amazing how you just wake up and out the door you go.
It's this. So they say it's, at least I've heard, it's your mom's dad. If your grandfather on your mom's side was bald, those are the bigger chances that you'll be bald.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm good. Who knows?
But
I've never seen my
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, you ask your mom. Did Grandpa have hair? Did he have a lush head of hair?
I think he died young, so maybe he had hair by the time he passed away. Who knows? But yeah, I think, I don't know. I'll be good. I think my solution is I'm gonna get a wig. I don't know. I think
See,
I
now
would.
I'm really feeling like how much I gotta look into see how much a wig costs for the next time I cut my hair, and have one of you wear it.
Tony's got a side hustle in mind.
Literally, yeah. I don't know, Brian.
My
I
locks
am.
and my beard, I will donate for all.
Do you think for Halloween next year we can get you in a wig? Like,
Me?
I feel
Sure.
like I feel
Oh,
like it'd
yeah.
be cool. Well, let's get you like
Well, wait, what are we talking about? Are we talking about like like I did have like a Bob Ross afro wig. I was Bob Ross.
no.
for Halloween one
I'm
year.
thinking more like Kurt Cobain type hair. It's like long and blonde. You know what I mean?
Google's telling me $1,600, so nix that idea.
What?
Oh.
Unless we get a lot of listeners and a huge sponsorship, not happening.
And why is
Pretty
wigs so
definitively $1,600 about to make a wig from your own hair. So
okay. I keep
the
saying
better way
this.
is just to cut it and glue it to someone's head.
What is? What
It's
is
cheaper.
What did you Google to find that?
How
That's
much does it
hilarious.
cost to make a wig from your own hair?
That's pretty funny. I will say I keep saying this, but at some point we do need to set up a donation link so we can start taking in like money from chat. I don't know. See,
Listen,
like
we've
stuff
got
like
something
this.
better. We have a store where you could go buy something for
Yeah, but see,
yourself.
it's an extra step for them to go buy it. If it's just here and they
Winston,
scan a QR code, we get
stop
the money.
Stop anti-promoting our site.
No. We are
they
no.
don't need
I'm
merch,
all
just
for
give
it.
us money.
No. I'm still for it. But I'm saying I feel like with a donation link with a QR code right on our screen, they could just send money to us whenever.
So Tony,
Now, whether or
if
not they would do it is a different story.
well, you don't know until you try.
you know
Tony,
what?
so-
Maybe we start streaming ourselves on Xiaohongshu, and then a lot of rich mainland Chinese people would start donating to us.
Why? What appealed to the
see
three
if
of
a
us?
rich
No.
Chinese man
It's
will
not that
adopt
one-
us as sons or what?
That's it. It's not that what we appeal to them. It's how can we appeal to them, Brian? You know what I mean?
What
So
can we do for you, China?
That's it. Exactly. Get on there. 小中华中国我有冰淇淋.
They're just going dance monkeys. We're going, yes.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
indeed.
We're gonna end up like those Naruto girls Winston was talking
yeah,
about,
that's
where they
it.
just play music and force us to dance.
Oh.
That's it, Brian.
You
That's
just
gonna
go,
be
Winston,
our life.
Winston,
Yeah.
you're back up. I don't
Yeah.
care. We're paying Winston 5 times, 6 times in a row. Doesn't matter.
I'll fall to my
Tony fell
knees.
down. Winston, you're back up.
Yep, that's it.
Oh man.
Bringing it all
what-
around.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what though, we probably can afford to build our own wigs at that point. No, it'll be cool.
Okay, so you're saying, Tony, if there's enough money to get you a wig, you'll shave off your beard and your head and turn it into a wig for your head.
He froze.
He froze.
Winston, if I could make a wig out of my beard, would you wear that? Did I freeze?
You froze earlier. And you came back and you finished your sentence, and neither of us just said anything.
Yeah, everyone just silent. Let's try it again. Winston, if I could make a wig out of my beard, would you wear it?
Sure. I would. If it's properly on a net, I will wear it.
Yeah,
What's
It has
a
to
net?
be- yeah. What do you mean? It has to be on a net. Isn't that how wigs work? You know, you
I said, "Who's in it?"
who's the net? But yeah, I would try it. I feel like it would be cool. I've never
That would
worn
be weird.
I've never worn weeks, so I want to try to wear weeks. Have you guys ever seen that Elijah Woods video?
No.
Oh my god, are you
so.
serious? All right, hold on. Maybe we gotta do it. I gotta start up the new year the way
With
I
the
always
visual,
do.
uh-huh.
Yep, that's it. Have you?
I've
worn
come to
weeks?
realize like 90% of the stuff I see is shown to me by someone else. I'm not.
All right, I'm gonna share my screen.
Thank you for
Chat.
sharing with us that you're sharing your screen. They wouldn't have
I
seen
have to
it
say
otherwise.
it out
It's
loud.
helpful for me. Thank
Yep,
you.
that's it. All right, so this is a clip of Elijah Woods while he was
That's-
promoting Lord of the
That's
Rings.
not Elijah Woods.
Well, no,
that's the other
no,
guy,
no,
the
no,
guy
no.
that was in Lost.
No, this is the guy that's interviewing him. He's a German guy, and
He's not
just
German.
watch.
Right there, that guy.
He's
right
doing
there.
a German
This guy?
accent, but he's not German.
Oh, really?
He
No.
is in Lost, and he is also in Lord of the Rings. He's one of the hobbits.
See, that's new to me. I didn't know that. So, all right, this is okay. This makes a lot more sense. So let's watch it anyway.
In the photo shoots you do with Vogue magazine and Cosmopolitan and Entertainment Weekly, Time magazine, your hair changes dramatically from short to long. Do you wear wigs?
No, I do not.
Have you worn wigs?
No, I have not.
Will you wear wigs?
Maybe.
When will you wear wigs?
Just
Oh.
screeches.
It's just so stupid. And I love it.
He turned into a pterodactyl at the end.
He did.
Right, yeah,
he
yeah.
did. That was pretty funny.
I-
But that's the dude that's in Lord of the Rings. So that
Oh,
was
was
his
he?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was his co-star. That's why they were.
Well, I wouldn't know. I never
cracking
watched
each
Lord
other.
of the Rings.
Tony.
I watched
He didn't
The
say it was
Hobbits.
bad. He just said he didn't watch it.
No, I did say the first one was bad last year. I did watch that one, but I fell asleep and woke up to what's her name screaming. I keep telling you about.
Oh, that's right. You're
Yeah.
traumatized.
Yeah, that's
it. Lord of the Rings trauma.
Here's the
Dominic
thing, though.
Monaghan.
Right. I will say
Dominic
this.
Monaghan.
I will say this. I do think Lord of the Rings series is one of those things that I kind of judge before rewatching it. Sort of like the Harry Potter series. I'm like, yeah, I don't really care about it, but I feel like once I sit down and actually watch it and like really consume it, I will be into it.
Hey, Winston,
Yeah.
guess what I own extended editions Blu-ray of?
I am not watching 5 hours of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh,
watch all the
no,
extras, too.
no.
With
It's
director
much longer
commentary.
than 5 hours.
Ah!
Don't worry about that.
Like 17.
How long is the extended edition for the first movie?
3
It's like-
days.
I think the
No,
first
literally.
movie's 3.5 or 4 hours.
Oh my god. It just get longer after that.
My
huh?
wife's about to put into the chat how long the original trilogy is. I am because I know she knows off the top
Yeah.
of her head. But
Did either of you-
I own the original trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy on
I
Blu-ray.
did watch all of
should
The
you like
Hobbit.
to.
I already seen all of The Hobbits, which I
Oh,
love.
that's
I
right.
thought it was
You
great.
watched the worst of the two trilogies.
What?
I
What?
forgot.
I thought it was
Yeah.
great. It was
Well,
cool.
then you'll love
Well,
the
then
original.
yeah, have I got a trilogy
Yeah.
for you?
If you thought that schlock was good, you're in for a treat.
Am I gonna see more Legolas? That'd be cool.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm always down to see Legolas and shooting arrows and stuff. Man,
And you'll
Legolas is
understand
cool.
where that guy came from then in that
Oh,
in that clip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's one of
Yes,
the
I did
hobbits.
started with so technically I started on track. No, I started with the prequels, and now I can actually watch. the
Yeah,
stuff.
Hobbit does come before Lord of the Rings. That's
Yeah.
true.
Battle of the Five Armies was real cool, man. I don't care what anyone said. I thought it was a solid movie. Desolation of Smog, however, was a pile of garbage, but
Did either of you guys watch Lost? I mean, probably not you, Winston,
Yes.
because you were
no,
like,
I haven't. I was
You did?
2. Yeah.
I didn't
No,
necessarily watch it when it was airing, but I have watched through the whole series. My wife was not happy when I
With
made
the
her
ending?
watch it, and we got to
Oh.
the end. Yeah, she was
Uh,
mad.
Wait, why? What happened at the end?
Can we spoil a show that's old? I guess so.
You can
It's
spoil
that
a
shows
show that I'm
that-
not
yeah.
gonna watch.
well, no, that show
Basically,
was out
it's kind
years
of up
ago.
in the air as to what happened, and it's more or less saying that they all died at the very
Oh.
beginning and that they were basically in purgatory.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It
Oh,
was
There's
that's
still
awful.
questions left unanswered about stuff on the island.
all right.
Oh,
2004 to 2010 is when Lost aired originally.
I loved it. I thought it was a good show.
Was it a CW show or was
It was an
uh,
ABC show. Like
oh,
it was a
really?
big network
mm,
series. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was really good. It was funny. My wife watched the pilot, and I was like, I don't know if I want to watch it. It's an hour-long
Didn't
show.
the
I
pilot
don't-
die?
That's hilarious.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
He did. He did.
that's so
He did.
funny.
Yeah, but he did. Yeah, he did die.
Oh, they all died
But
apparently.
yeah, and she watched the pilot, and I was like, okay. She's like, it's like, I think you'd really like the show. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch another show. She's like, you got to watch it. So I watched it. I was
Yeah.
like, this show's fantastic. And that was, I mean, when we would watch it live, you'd be like, I think it was like, I can't even remember what night, like Tuesday nights or whatever. You'd go watch TV because otherwise you couldn't see it unless you had a.
And then it
Evo.
created big like water cooler talk until the next episode. Was there, and that started the trend of like for things like Game of Thrones, where it's just
Mhm.
like these big, you don't know what's happening next, and crazy things
Right.
happen.
And
Brian,
message boards, people started discussing all the details of the show and obsessing over it.
Oh, wow.
was there a show before that, like before Lost, that was like that?
I don't think so.
X-Files?
I mean, I know X-Files and Twin Peaks, which
I
didn't
guess
get-
Twin Peaks. I don't think it had that big of an audience as Lost did.
Right. But yeah, so no, I believe that Lost was one of the first ones where people were discussing it in depth online.
Mm.
Which very timely. Speaking of Twin Peaks,
Shout
Oh,
out
yeah,
David
David
Lynch.
Lynch.
David Lynch passed away
Yeah.
today. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna
Um,
get reincarnated into Nintendo Switch 2. That's what a lot of people were saying.
He's we talked before about people dying in threes. It's almost always in threes. So I guess we're gonna be
Yeah.
on the lookout of.
Is that one?
Two
Is that
more.
number one or
Yeah,
two?
I guess so.
I
Well,
don't-
no. Didn't somebody pass away recently that was
I
famous?
feel like they did.
Let me look this up while we keep talking.
Famous dead people in 2025.
Tony Google. Who died?
Have you guys seen unrelated? Have you guys seen that new movie that's in theater right now called
No.
Better? Well, do you know who Robbie Williams is?
The singer? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen? Did you know that they made a movie about him? It's like a biopic, but
He's a monkey. Yeah.
he's a monkey.
Yes. I think I do remember seeing that.
Yeah. Don't know what that's about. Never listened to Robbie Williams. So I'm like, what the hell? I
He
don't
was
know.
huge. He was huge in Europe.
Oh, okay. So not that big over here then.
No, Millennium.
Oh, Jimmy Carter died. That's it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
There you
that's-
go.
Yeah. Okay. See, that's two. Now we're gonna wait for the third one to hit at some point. It is always in threes. So who knows?
It is, man.
Yeah.
Good. I don't know how we forgot Jimmy Carter. That's horrible.
Yeah, we're from Atlanta too.
Because Jimmy Carter's essentially been dead for a while now.
To be fair,
They
yeah.
showed
Dude's-
they
the dude's
showed him at like
100.
they showed him like hanging out with his family around Christmas or something, and he just looked bad. And I just
No,
went,
I
He's
why
saw
would you-
100 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just going, but why would you
Yeah.
put that on TV? Don't
To
do
show
that to
that
that
he's
guy.
still going.
The last
man.
image I saw of him before he died was the picture of him during the eclipse, and they got him outside looking up. It's just I don't know what it is, but I feel so bad seeing that image.
He looks old, huh?
Yeah, he does. He looked ancient in it. But I mean, he got to 100 though. That's cool. I
Yeah,
feel.
man. Nice
Yeah.
round number.
Yeah. Imagine dying at 99. Couldn't even get triple digits.
Like, come on, man.
Literally, you're almost
Close.
there.
I'm
Yeah.
close.
That's it.
Tony,
But-
what are you looking up?
I'm looking up celebrities that have died this year,
Oh.
but there's so many foreign celebrities that I'm just
Yeah,
like,
do famous celebrity that dies. No, nothing.
I'm not seeing anything that I would
Well-
remotely recognize here.
By the time this airs, the third one will have passed.
That's it.
Yeah, now listen, we've talked about we like putting stuff into the universe.
All the
God,
wrong
we-
stuff, man. We're putting all the
literally.
wrong stuff
Yeah.
into the universe.
Yeah, we might have
we
Betty
want
White's-
to be careful about
Not Betty
who we
White.
talk about.
Yeah, literally. Betty White's alive or dead?
Who?
Betty White?
She
died.
died.
She did die. Okay. that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
at 99, I believe.
Oh, see, could have made it to 100 if she
Couldn't hold
tried a
out.
little harder.
But
Yeah.
she had quite the career, man.
What was she in? What did she do? I never really know. I always thought of her as that one
Golden
funny
Girls. I mean,
Golden
she did a lot of
Girls.
stuff, but I think she's probably most well known for Golden Girls.
old. Gotcha.
From our age, yes.
Okay.
You know what else has died? This episode. I'm wrapping this up.
Oh,
Yeah, it's that time. Hey, it's a new year. Thanks for listening. Tell a friend. More listeners, like I said, that would be great. That would be a great New Year's gift for us. Late Christmas present. Rate and subscribe wherever you're listening to so you don't miss out on new episodes. Remember, downloads help us more than streams do. If you want us to talk about something, show up live in chat or send us an email at podcastxyzxwhyz@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram where we post news and previews. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel for exclusive post-show videos and that catch-up video that I mentioned at the top of the show.
catch up.
We have merch. You can find our merch store. You can find our watch and listen list and all kinds of other things at our home on the web, podcastxyz.podbean.com. And with that, we'll see everybody next time.
See ya.
Sayonara.